My name is Abby Bater and I am Group Finance Director at Convey Law. As part of my job at Convey Law, I oversee the finances for Convey Law and the associated companies. Primarily at the moment, Convey Law Conveyancing, residential conveyancing. Outside of my role of Convey Law, I'm a mum to one girl, a teenager, 16-year-old, who currently lives in Australia with her dad, and I've just come back from there and spent one of the best years of my life. And if I'm not there visiting my child, then I'm out sailing with my father and fishing. What does International Women's Day mean to me? I would say it's definitely a celebration of all women everywhere. We're all a success at whatever we do, whether it's parenting, whether it's working in a shop, whether it's working in accounts, whether it's conveyancing. We're all a success and we all have the opportunities to be more successful. My proudest achievement, I'd say, was actually getting the director's job at Convey Law, because I felt that I'd spent many years in the industry, many years of experience, and it was great to finally get recognition for all the experience and hard work that I've put in over the years. I'd stayed in the same industry of residential conveyancing and accounts for many years, so obviously I got to know a lot of contacts and my name did get out there, so people got to know me, which not necessarily helped, but obviously a reputation then of years of experience and good experience and a good reputation, that helped, I think, and because I wanted it, so the drive. I would say that it is helping everyone along the way, helping everyone up the ladder as well, and being consistent as well with communication and never forgetting where you came from. So those that helped you before, if you can help them, you go back and do it, constantly showing people respect, and then ultimately they show you the same respect as well. So the steps that somebody could take to come into a similar position, well, I actually came from running nightclubs. Whilst I was doing that, I thought the best thing I could do was get some accounts qualifications and be responsible for the books and the money that I was taking in. That led me in a totally different direction than working in accounts and working in residential conveyancing, which is legal cashiering and legal accounts. So you do need qualifications and you do need a lot of hard work, but also you need a lot of experience. And so it doesn't happen in a day. That kind of experience where you see various situations, you see a company grow and you help it grow, it doesn't happen in a day. So you do need the experience, but you also need a bit of patience that goes with it. So the different roles and qualifications, I actually started out with a law degree, which I didn't need for running nightclubs. And then I started out then doing my the AAT, the accounts technician qualification. And then that led me to realize that actually I'm good at this. I'm good at accounts. I don't need to work in nightclubs till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I can actually get a normal day job and actually see sunlight. And then, so I got straight into residential conveyancing. But before that, in the interim, while I was doing my qualification, I actually worked for VOSA. And I worked in the management accounts department for VOSA, which was very big on a grand scale and very different. And I had a knack for it, and I enjoyed the sense of accomplishment, and I enjoyed that. I liked that it all made sense to me, which you either like numbers and get on with numbers or you don't. And yeah, I had a knack for it. So then I went from VOSA straight into residential conveyancing and then worked my way up with a small firm that grew, and I grew with it until maybe I got too big for it, unfortunately, and ended up in Convey Law. My greatest accomplishment is my daughter and everything that she has become and everything that she has in front of her. So obviously being a full-time working mum, it was hard growing up, finding childcare, and it has been hard having to work long hours or put the hours in to be successful in work and also provide everything that you want to give your children. But then my daughter's always been very understanding and we've always had a wonderful relationship. And I think one of the most important things that I've been able to give her is the courage and determination to just go out there and be whoever she wants to be and do whatever she wants to do, and know that she's got that support behind her anyway. Overcoming the challenges of the work-life balance and parenting, I think for me has always been, if you say you're going to do something, do it, then make sure that your time with your children, or my time with my child, is my time with my child as possible as it can be. It's not always possible. Sometimes there are other obligations and everything. But yes, it's more important, I think, to have that time together and make sure that was us time and that work didn't creep in or spill in. But yeah, of course, as soon as my kid went to bed, I definitely got my files back out and my books back out and turned the laptop on again. But I did my best so that Erin wouldn't see that, my daughter wouldn't see that, so that they wouldn't think I was always a slave to work. Inspirations for the future. Well, with Convey Law, there are so many exciting opportunities and a growing company. It's grown very quickly over the last few years, and it looks as if it's going to continue growing. That's a really exciting opportunity for me because I've mostly spent my career dealing with legal accounts. So it'll be nice to branch into other things as well, and see where we go. That, yeah, it is exciting. It is. I have no idea when or how fast all these changes will come, but I am looking forward to it, and I am looking forward to the journey in the future with Convey Law. I've met many inspiring people along the way, but I've been more impacted by the people I didn't want to be like than I have by the people that I did want to be more like. So along the journey, I think you work with or are associated with people who maybe show you how not to be. Maybe they think they know it all, or they may be speaking to staff not the way I would want to be spoken to. And so I've learned more lessons from them, believe it or not, than those who have actually gone out of the way and been inspirational. Starting out as a legal cashier or in the accounts industry, my top tips would be willing to learn, be willing to listen, be willing to make mistakes, because everybody does, and ask questions, but also be willing to dream and think big, definitely. And the better you know your role, and the better you know the department, and the better you know your sector, then the better you become, and then the more chance you have of progressing. So it's definitely dedication, perseverance, patience, and a lot of hard work, yes, but it is possible. You do get there.